Welcome to 10-Minute IELTS. Today, you might be wondering, why can't I finish my essay? Now, this is a common problem for students taking the exam. They can start, they can make a nice body, but they don't know how to end the essay. And the reason is we don't do what Stephen Covey says. Who's Stephen Covey? He's the writer of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And what he says is we should begin with the end in mind. What does that mean in IELTS writing, really? Well, it simply means begin with the conclusion in mind. Before you even start your essay, already plan how you will end it, what your conclusion will look like, so that you can turn this messy, unorganized flood of thoughts into a clean, beautiful essay. Let's start with an IELTS question here. It says here that with the current widespread pandemic, online shopping has become increasingly popular each day. Is this a positive or negative development? Now take note, for these types of questions, we just want to answer simply, in a straightforward manner. Is it positive or negative? And we focus on the topic online shopping. Don't say it's both good and bad or it depends. A straightforward answer is required for a straightforward question. Now remember, we will not start with the intro. We'll instead start with a conclusion. And in my previous videos, I've shown a template for the conclusion, which could just be the answer, followed by 2 simple reasons. Let's see how we can apply that in this question. The question, again, is whether online shopping is positive or negative. I could say, in conclusion, the increasing popularity of online shopping is a positive development. Good. We have our answer. Now we just need to explain why. What's one reason that it's popular? Because I suppose it is safer, especially in this trying times of pandemic where there's a coronavirus. Definitely we don't want to go out. We want to stay inside where it's safe. Also, it is more convenient, definitely. It's so much easier to just click something on the web instead of having to walk, go outside, or maybe even bring a car. And good. Once we have this, we are now ready to start our essay. Now, the good thing about this is once you have your conclusion, you've already planned out what your intro will look like, which is your answer, what your body 1 will focus on, which is your reason 1, and what your body 2 will focus on, which is your reason 2. If we organize that and lay that out, our essay would look something like this. Our intro, body, second body, and our finished conclusion. All I have to do now is get the appropriate parts and copy-paste them onto my template. The intro could be, I believe the increasing popularity of online shopping is a positive development. And then for my first body, I'll just copy-paste this and say, one reason is it is safer. For the second body, I'll just copy-paste this again. Another reason is it is more convenient. And look at that, I don't even need to write my conclusion anymore because it's been written already. It's been planned out. If this was a paper written test, I would write my conclusion at the end of the page, at the bottom of the page, and then just fill out the gap on top so that I have a finished essay already. There are still 2 problems with this, and one would be vocabulary. The words are redundant. They keep repeating the same words from the question again and again and again. So let's fix that first and paraphrase a bit. I believe instead of increasing, we could say the rising fame instead of popularity of online. How about web or internet purchasing And then a simpler way for positive to be phrased would be good. Don't think of deep, complicated words all the time. Start out simple. And a simple way of saying development is just for us. So I believe the rising fame of internet purchasing is good for us. Next, one reason is it is safer. Now, an important rule in writing is never start a paragraph with a pronoun. It, what do you mean by it? You mean going out, staying at home, eating outside, playing the guitar? What is it? Let's be more specific, but avoid using online shopping and instead say web retail. Instead of safer, we could say less dangerous. For the second paragraph, another reason is, again, let's define it and maybe say getting things from a website. That's good. Is more convenient. How about is easier? And then when we look at the conclusion, we'll see that none of the words have been repeated too many times. I believe the rising fame of the internet purchasing is good for us. One reason is web retail is less dangerous. Another reason is getting things from a web is easier. In conclusion, the increasing popularity of online shopping is a positive development because it is easier and convenient. And boom, we have a finished, well-organized, highly lexical or good vocabulary kind of essay. And we didn't even spend 10 minutes yet. But there is still the problem of 250 words. We need to elaborate this a bit. And please, when you elaborate, don't focus on the intro. Don't make the intro long and complicated. It's not necessary. We could just follow this up with, there are two main arguments for this. And then that's the end of the intro already. Okay, why is that? Because it's the bodies that need to be the longest. It's the body that should be elaborative. And we can do this by providing examples, such as we get to avoid contagious diseases, we get to stay away from strangers, muggers, thieves. There's no risk of accidents, such as a car accident, or maybe even an accident during travel or commute. This is something that you can elaborate with personal experiences, such as I remember when, or according to the news, I read on an article, etc., etc. Elaborate this until you reach 100 words. For the second body, we can do the same and just say, why is it easier? There's no need to spend for gas or commute. Less time is spent to travel, definitely. There's no need to go outside even, and that also means there's no need to shower or dress up. No need to put on makeup, look good. You could be in your house clothes and order something online. The beauty of starting with a conclusion also is that if you do this, you have your conclusion first. Even if you are in the middle of typing or writing and the proctor says, time is up, guess what? Your essay is still finished because you have a ready-made conclusion at the bottom. Whereas if you don't have a conclusion, it's just intro, body 1, body 2, and then they say, time is up. Oh no, I'm sorry to say this, but you got a failed essay. 5.5 instantly. There's no need to read your essay at all because the first thing examiners look for is a finished essay, meaning a conclusion. So by all means, please begin with the end in mind. Always plan your conclusion first. Don't do this. Most students, when they start the exam, they look at the question and then the first thing they'll want to write is the intro, and they think of a deep paraphrase by saying, in this era of Corona, online, what's another word for online? On the web, shopping, mulling, oh my god, last 50 minutes or last 30 minutes, and then you'll just be so frustrated thinking, why can't I start my essay? I can't even do a proper introduction. When in fact, all you had to do was follow the Pope. This is just an acronym for plan by writing your conclusion first. organize your intro and bodies, paraphrase the words in your conclusion, and then elaborate your bodies to reach 250 words. So whenever you have problems in writing task 2, or any essay for that matter, remember to plan, organize, paraphrase, and elaborate. Well, those are my 10 minutes. I hope you've learned a lot, and please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for your time, and good luck with your review.